Organizations from around Orlando came together today to urge Governor DeSantis to declare a climate state of emergency.
These activists say the rise in temperatures hits Floridians particularly hard. WESH 2's Anika Hope found out the governor's office said state of emergency is not the answer.
Monday, outside Orlando City Hall, organizations from across Central Florida met in the heat of the day to call for action on exactly that. Climate change.
Climate change is the greatest threat to the safety and long-term well-being of Florida's people, economy, and environment.
How? Organizers asked people to recall Florida city's flooding and storms, farm workers hurt from heat-related illnesses. Organizers said that's why it's not just an environmental issue. Climate change can hurt everyday folks in Central Florida, too.
With temperatures rising as fast as the prices of everything else, including utilities, working families are struggling to pay their bills. Many folks don't think about this as a consequence of the climate emergency.
Democratic member of the Florida House of Representatives, Anna Eskamani, helped organize the event and rally around its purpose.
Everyone is impacted by it, and we're going to keep making that point across the state.
Multiple Democratic lawmakers said they wrote a letter to Governor DeSantis requesting he declare a climate state of emergency.
We must demand that the governor declare a climate state of emergency, and we need that now. We needed it yesterday.
The governor's office responded to WESH 2 with a statement saying, in part, declaring a state of emergency is not a solution in and of itself. The purpose of an emergency declaration is to allow for greater funding flexibilities for the state to help respond to an urgent and specific need. Anika Hope, WESH 2 News.
The governor's office also said there are state programs and funding in place for many of Florida's environmental challenges. A spokesperson said legislators should clarify what initiatives they're referring to and how much funding they are asking for.